Up to this point, my favorite non-scandal scandal that the Republicans made up about Obama is Burger-gate. So for those of you that don't remember that, I think it was in about 2007 or somewhere between '07 and '09, I think. And what happened is Hannity covered Obama buying a burger, and he mocked Obama for being un-American because he got mustard on his burger. But it wasn't even like a, joking around kind of. It was serious, like, how dare this guy have the condiments of his choosing on that burger? Wouldn't that be uniquely American, to put whatever you want on the burger? That's the way I look at it, but Sean Hannity, of course, disagrees. This is something that right-wingers were actually upset about, which is hilarious. Well, now we have a new scandal/non-scandal that possibly even eclipses Burger-gate. Let's listen to Sean Hannity explain.
Before we get to that, did you see the latte salute? The president gets off Marine One today. Oh, wait, hang on. Obviously, you've seen it. I mean, how would President Bush ever do that?
Yeah, are we surprised? After all, we got a chai swilling, golf playing, basketball trash talking, leading from behind. I got no strategy. Osama bin Laden is dead. GM is alive. A community organizing commander-in-chief. How disrespectful was that?
Yeah, I was shocked.
Insensitive. Look.
You can't stop and salute the brave men and women. What is that?
Yeah, and look, he knows there are going to be 2 Marines at the bottom of Marine One when he gets off. And the idea that I'm going to just sort of jaunt out there with my chai tea and give him the old, it's not a latte salute, it's a chai salute, because he drinks chai tea. But, please, how disrespectful was that?
How can anybody watch that and say, oh, these are serious people? This is high-minded political analysis, let me tell you. It's gotten to the point on Fox News where everything with them is just bullshit symbolism and emotionalism and them reading into a situation, whatever the fuck they want to read into a situation. Do you not want to discuss healthcare policy or the tax policy or the stimulus or the wars that we're engaged in? We're fighting in Syria, Iraq, and Afghanistan, and we're still doing drone strikes in Pakistan, Yemen, and Somalia. In Somalia, just the other week, we droned the leader of Al-Shabaab. So you don't want to talk about the fact that we're fighting in like 5+ countries? But what are you angry about? Oh, the latte-sipping president, the latte salute, so disrespectful to our troops. He must hate America. But that's the insinuation. Because get to the root of what their argument is. He must hate the troops. Yes, the commander-in-chief of the United States of America personally hates the troops. That's right. You got him, man. You got him. Like, there are so many more substantive things to go after Obama. He's not a perfect president. Are you kidding me? Talk about the NSA and do it nonstop. He's violating just like George W. Bush is violating. Of course, what did Hannity do? Under Bush, the same program, he loved it. Under Obama, he hates it, right? But, okay, at least you're on the right side, though, now when you go against the NSA. Talk about the NSA. Talk about Guantanamo Bay still being open and how that's a bad thing, but they won't because they love that. Talk about the wars, but they can't do any substantive criticism because they have no substantive ideas, so you just attack for nonsense. Does anybody think for a second if Bush did the exact same thing Obama did there that they would give a shit? They could not care less if Bush did the exact same thing. I wish we had some sort of a scenario where maybe we could compare, where it's a similar thing and, hey, if Bush did something similar and they got outraged, at least they're consistent. Oh, that's right. Bush did do something very similar multiple times. He would hold his dog and salute these guys, and he held his dog with the same hand he's saluting the troops with. Sean, where was your outrage back then? Karl Rove, where was your outrage back then? President Bush is desecrating the troops and hating them by saluting with the dog in his hand. How dare he salute them while he's holding this machine that does nothing but bark and shit? That is totally disrespectful and totally wrong, and he should apologize. But no, of course they're not going to do that because they're playing for a team. That's the thing that turns so many people off to politics. It's this disingenuous nature of the debate that we have in the mainstream media, where Fox News represents the Republican perspective, MSNBC represents the Democratic perspective, and you just play for your team, rah-rah, all day long, and not at any point in the conversation or the debate do you have people who are serious in their analysis of the issues of the day and how they affect the American people. It's just either Team Red or Team Blue, and that's the end of the conversation, to the point where they're willing to wildly contradict themselves and make fools of themselves when they go after Obama for holding a drink and saluting the troops.